let's move in camp stance. So we're quite close to this, right? Karak Dung we need. And then we can get... See, this corrupted hammer gives weapon strength and armor to all of our infantry units. Whereas this is an explosive hammer attack, which I feel like we already have. I'll use this for the drill. I'll just keep tunneling around. We'll get this one back, and then we'll build up our Hobgoblin army again. Let's boost this. Very good. Convoy. Let's send our monster commander to sell arms for money. Very good. So Karak Dome is up there, however it is, we'd have to go to war with the Poxmakers of Nurgle for that. I could buy some ogres. I don't need more ogres, do I? Get out. Get out. I've hardly got any from here. Damn, it's looking like a big battle. They got walls. They do. I'll tell you what, I really don't want to fight that one. So I'll auto-resolve it. And then I'll raise it. The problem is, how are we going to get Karak Dung off the map? I'm just going to have to go to war, aren't I? Or military allies. Or I could attempt to become military allies with you. What do we reckon? I could go and do something else well. Trying to build up my relationship with Nurgle as a friend. Does mean plagues, but Nurgle's plagues are usually fairly chill. That's just a battle we have to go to, I think. I don't know if we can teleport to these, but what we could do is destroy our way like over to this one over here, while just giving Nurgle money. Okay. We are going to become friends. That's interesting. Special friend.
Hello. Thank you all for coming to the stream. All right, let's get started. Hello. Here it is. Okay. I tried to make some things look a little bit nicer. Just slightly better scaling. My names and pronouns. Things like that. So, hope that helps with the experience of reading going forward. Sorry I didn't do it until now. Okay, I'm done here. Moving on. You are suddenly Jane again. Or you suddenly keep being Jane. Who can say for sure? Hopefully your dad is still out back washing the car. Ideally, this is one of his legendary infinite car washes. What can you say? Dad fancies his automotive ablutions. While he's preoccupied, you should be able to sneak downstairs and grab the mail undetected. The perfect crime? You bet. You slip the hallway Sarah a furtive wink for good luck. Jane, examine portrait. Just one of your dad's bland hallway douchebags. Another example of his cornball dad tastes, which make you roll your eyes and shrug. Still, it's preferable to how it used to be. Years ago, he would work really hard to mimic your interests throughout the household. Gaudy paintings of sitcom legends covering the walls, hideous detective figurines littered everywhere. You think it's better he embrace his own interests rather than try to pander to yours. It felt a bit forced, and your early teen years were filled with daily rounds of familial strife. Not so much anymore. Now, whenever there is a father-daughter disagreement, you settle things in an adult fashion by being honest about your feelings and talking it through. And also by sneaking around the house in silly disguises. Jane, take a peek into the living room. Ah, there's a familiar face. A friendly face. Old Pop Pop Crocker, smiling from beyond. Your dad sure misses him. He doesn't like to talk about the day he died. Some incident involving a tall bookshelf, a ladder, and a mysterious young woman in a suspicious-looking hat. You've often fantasized about putting on your dirty old fedora and your Frenchest-looking mustache, and tracking down this felonious broad to bring her to justice. But your dad always says to let sleeping dogs lie. There's some other plucky-looking tool right next to him. Don't know who that guy is. Jane, proceed downstairs. Another hard-boiled Anderson. Even though your dad isn't overbearing with all the detective nonsense anymore, he decided to leave this one here for good old time's sake. It brings back memories of his very short-lived stint as a private eye. It turns out the police aren't as grateful as you'd think when ordinary citizens go around roughing up a lot of crooks. Jane, go to front door. You were afraid this might be the case. Your dad has blocked the front door with the refrigerator. Looks like he's taking the grounding seriously this time. Jane, check window. He padlocked the windows too. You bet Boonbucks to donuts the back door is blocked too. Probably from, with the safe from the study or something. The man means business this time. You aren't about to go smashing glass and making a ruckus, though. You'll need a solution involving more stealth. You guys have a plan in mind as a last resort, but you'd rather it not come to that. Jane, consult with Pop-Pop. You figure a little wisdom from your elder couldn't hurt. It practically went without saying your dad keeps Pop-Pop stuffed and mounted in front of the fireplace, as is the family tradition. Pop-Pop grew up with his legendary humorous grandfather stuffed in front of the fireplace, and so will his grandfather. This was stipulated firmly in the will, at the end of a long list of joke stipulations. But he knew that this was a real stipulation, though. You always did find it a little macabre, though? Trying to watch TV and eat dinner on the couch with a dead old man standing about 5 feet away. You'd honestly prefer he not be kept here in the living room. Sometimes you tell Dad you really want Pop-Pop in the attic. He says the mere fact you call it that tells him you're not ready. Of course, you should call it the highest point in the house. What's that, Pop-Pop? It seems he's concerned that you may not be properly equipped. You proved to him that you had no intention of leaving the house without your trusty joke book. See? Yes, I am going out with this book. No, I will not go get an unabridged copy. No, I will not take yours. I can hardly even lift it. Oh, that is so preposterous. Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine. This is a perfectly funny joke book, and it contains many incredibly funny jokes. Oh, will you just stop it? I'm going now. Good day. Jane, on second thought, take his book. You just remembered something your alien friend said. You just remembered something your alien friend said about the big old book downstairs and trusting words written by your own hand. What the heck did she mean by that? Whoops. Sorry, Pop-Pop. Jane, retrieve arm. Better pick that up. You'll try to repair it later before Dad sees it and blows a gasket. Jane, read inscription again. Is your friend suggesting that you were the one who wrote this inscription? You find that idea a bit hard to swallow. Still, your friends are always babbling about time travel. You always thought this inscription was written to your Pop-Pop by his Nana, who was your great-great-grandmother, founder of the corporation you'll inherit in a few years. The message has always been a fascinating mystery to you, and probably was to him as well. From the way it's written, it seems it was intended for him to receive after her death. She talks about a journey he is supposedly meant to go on. You wonder if that adventure ever took place, or if the note was just one last jape by an old woman from a proud family of pranksters. She goes on about many fantastical-sounding things he supposedly would have found on this journey, like exiles, agents, underlings, denizens, and heirs of breath and seers of light, and stuff like that. Wait, didn't your friend mention those too? In any case, this message to Pop-Pop from his sweet old Nana is the best evidence you have to dispute all this evil Batterwitch nonsense. She clearly cared for her grandson very much and would never start a company responsible for the things it's accused of, let alone be alive today to perpetrate them. But then what if she wasn't the one who wrote it? This thought makes you very nervous. You suddenly remember your dream. What did it all mean? You should talk to Jake about this. Jane, bother Jake. Gutsy Gumshoe began bothering Golgotha's Terra at 11:40. I'm preparing to read Jake, and it's already happening. Jay, how goes the bunny quest? I've barely even begun. Tell me about it. You're off to a sluggish start then too, I gather? Dad has the whole house in full fatherly lockdown mode. Talk about blowing a few measly assassination attempts way out of proportion. So I'm currently mulling over my next move. What is it that has you hamstrung? Did you ever track down the slippery Mr. Strider? Not exactly. His stupid doppelglasses have set me on a wild goose chase to go pry his dumb robot's chest open and swipe its uranium. Ah, sounds dangerous. No shit. I think I'd rather deal with the monsters. Why is it that our two best friends in the world always seem to place themselves at the source of all our problems while simultaneously presenting their only solutions? I know, right? I'm debating whether or not to enlist his help in the matter of my current imprisonment. But I'd rather keep it as a plan of last resort. Don't do it, Jane. It's a trap. We'll see. So I take it you're out and about now? Hell no. I spent so much time haggling with those confounded shades, I'm only leaving my room just now. Right. Well, not to keep you too long since we both still have our missions ahead of us, but I wanted to tell you about that dream I had. Oh, yeah, I was curious about that. Tell me everything and make it snappy. Up a bucket of freshly popcorn. Ooh. Okay, but I should say that the nature of the dream was a bit worrisome, and I'm concerned it may have implications for the game we're about to play. So it's probably best that I tell you about it before you leave. Well, shoot. Okay, then, lay it on me, Jane. I woke up on the planet which we have been told by our mutual acquaintance. The one covered in the golden cities. Prospect, remember? Oh, wouldn't it be Prospect's moon? Yes, you're right. It wasn't the moon, actually. I could see the planet on the dark horizon. I was dressed in a golden dress, like a sort of nightgown, and I could fly. I left my bedroom, which was at the top of a tall tower. Surrounding me were the golden cities, just as described. Behind the skyline was darkness, but just above was a bright blue sky and puffy white clouds. That was Skya. Yes, probably. Are you sure you haven't woken up there before? Haha, I wish. I've received reports from Jade about this as well. She liked to talk about her dreams on Prospect's moon a lot. I see. The impression I've developed is that this is supposed to be a real place, and all who dream there have shared their experiences. Did Jade ever mention seeing us there? No, but why would she? This was long before we were born. She was dreaming there like 100 years ago or something. Anyway. I explored the moon and began to notice people gathering in the streets. But they weren't human. They were funny-looking, perfectly white creatures. Yeah, those were Prospecians. Do they have these hard carapace shells and also have something to do with chess, I think? Oh, they have these hard carapace shells and also have something to do with chess, I think? Well, I don't know if they had much to do with chess here. The more closely I observed, the more they appeared somewhat despondent. Like, sad? Yes. I determined they were in mourning, actually. Hey. Jane, you said I was in this dream. Where do I fit in? Where do I come in? Shoosh, I'm getting there. More and more Prospicians were filing out of the buildings every moment. They all began to form a single major procession. When I got closer, I could see that some were in tears. I realized that this was a funeral. I heard whispers but couldn't make out what they were saying, so I got closer. They were all saying the same thing, over and over. The page is dead. Our hope is lost. The page? Who's that? Jake. The page was you. Oh. Drat. Are you sure? Yes. I saw your body lying in a sort of coffin on a bed of flowers. You were dead as a doornail. Everyone was so distraught. Including me. But before I could get too horribly upset, let alone make any sense of it, I woke up. I, of course, immediately wanted to tell you all about, but it was still well before sunrise for you, and you were surely still asleep. Then as the day went on, I guess I became distracted by other things. You know how it is. I hope I'm not too late to warn you, though, to be frank, I don't have the foggiest clue what it is I'm warning you about. Oh, dear Jake. Oh, please do try not to have already died in my dream. Likely while you were sleeping. Perhaps peacefully? Yeah, I see your point. Still, I think you'll agree that it's to be viewed as a troubling omen. I care very much for you, and I don't know what I'd do if I lost you both in my dream and here in this world. So, for whatever good it does, just please be extra careful out there today. Roger that, Janie. Same goes for you, and being careful with all these various rogues accosting you with foul play lately and whatnot. Because, well, I sure do care about you, and I sure do care about you too, you know that. Hooray! Will do. Now let's get this silly old adventure off to the races before the coat of dust it's growing gets any thicker. Booyah! Okay, good luck, Jane, and keep me posted. See ya! Golgotha's terror ceased bothering Gutsy Gumshoe. Jake, get silly old adventure off to the races. Wonder where all those pumpkins were going. Jake, examine pumpkin patch. Although these pumpkin vines are amazingly prolific, every morning when you leave your bedroom, you'd swear half the pumpkins vanished overnight. It's probably just the fauna eating them. Not that it matters, because they keep growing right back. It wasn't always overgrown like this. When you first discovered the transmaterializer, you started messing around with it haphazardly. You kept purifying pumpkins from somewhere. It was just pumpkin after pumpkin, until one time, a copy of the bunny you inherited from your grandma showed up. Much less old and tattered, of course. All that fooling around was before you realized how precious its fuel would be. Ah, such a waste of good uranium. Turning all that green into orange. God. You brought all the surplus pumpkins home and left them lying about. Then the seeds sprouted and started growing out of control. You guess that's what happens when you introduce non-indigenous flora into the wilderness. Jake, be completely oblivious to the thing in the background. You successfully failed to notice it. Oh, hey, that's Roxy. Wait, notice what? You don't even know what you're talking about here. But it doesn't matter for now because suddenly a wild chum assails you with banter. Jake, answer Lalonde. Tipsy Nostalgic began pestering Golgotha's Terror at 6:53. Holy shit, Jade. Kate. Howdy. What's this commotion all about? Nothing. Just your basic run-of-the-mill holy shit. And also, I... okay then. Hello it is. Also, want to know, what do you want for your Wriglin Day? I'm not really abreast of the raddest jargon that the cool kids toss around these days. Maybe because I live alone on an island? I don't know, but in any case, are you referring to my upcoming birthday? Yes. I see. Very thoughtful of you to consider so early. Don't wager I could advise you with much specificity, but I can all but assure you I will find any gesture of yours to be totally capital. You're so fucking adorable. Rings at kerchief with perspiring bits. Yoink. Nabbed kerchief and stops our peeing for rest of chat. I was only bringing it up so much in advance because of the end of the world about to happen and all, and then I wouldn't get the chance unless we play this game like a bunch of suckers, obviously. And I'll meet up in there, and everything, which would tweets, Cass, totes. But if you want to know what I think, yes, do ya? I do want to know what you. I do want to know what you think. I always want to know, because you are always smart and sassy. Best dude. Anyway, I really don't think we should. Should what now? Play the game? Why not? The Baroness wants to, Baroness. I don't know why. Everything I know about it says it should be a good game and real important, and it'll let us all get together and do something great and be best friends and maybe for eternity. But she took all that and twisted it somehow, and now all I know she's banking on us doing this, and if she needs us to do this, then there's got to be make something fucking horrible happen. Horror Bible, bullseye. Oh well, Horror Bibles notwithstanding, I have it on terrific authority that playing this game will be incredibly important. So perhaps you're right. Maybe we are part of the evil plan. But does that also necessarily rule out that goodwill will come of it? I guess not. I just have a bad feeling. Maybe I'm just like this nutty ass bitch twirling yarn from a shit wizard's nappy brown beard, but I can't bring myself to trust a cake selling genocidal alien overlord seal queen over. Never mind. That sentence checks out. A grade. So what is the itinerary again? Itinerary. Regarding the game. Who's playing in what order, etc. Oh, is there such an itinerary? Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be like, I start with Jane, bring her into the session, and then DS brings me in, and you bring him in, and then Jane does you and closes the loop. Where are you getting this intel? Did you guys make a plan or something? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You want me to set you up with the files now? Ooh, these illicit hacked wares, which I hear tell will recently Jimmy piping hot off the interclouds. I love that you were barely even joking with that statement, but yes, basically. The silicon pickpocket strikes again. Whom is the wiser? Nobody. Okay, I'll send it, but yeah? Jake? What? Jake? You're wearing one of your dumb computers now, aren't you? You are all think typing at me right now while wearing something ridiculous. Ridiculous. High five to self. Hog swallow. Why would you even think that? That's so. That's so stupid. I wouldn't even. He probably doesn't even look like a skull. I am not letting either of you run this file on your shitty brainwashy propaganda helmets or anything else you got to wear to run. This is my one condition. Fair enough. When I get back up from my errand, I'll situate myself at the trusty old husk top. Acceptable? Yes. Then you have decided to play in spite of your reservations? I don't know, I guess. Bravo! Don't all bravo at me, man. You're just bravo in a big-ass shrug. I mean, maybe. I have every reason to want to play it. I'm actually dying to play it, okay? I mean, you believe me, right? About the bad shit that could happen? Of course I do. What sort of friend would I be if I not? Okay, well, don't say to Jabe. She has her ways. I believe they are not incongruous with those of an intelligent and discerning young woman. Christ, what a gentleman. Fix. I mean, god damn. Yes. That's the thing with you. You believe in people and also the things they tell you. Jane never believed in my crap. And never any of my warnings about the Baroness, didn't believe any of the stuff about my mom, so on and so on. Till after a while, I just stopped even trying to convince her hard or bring up any crazy shit. Cause, doing a lot of songs and dances to convince somebody who thinks you're just shitting them all the time. Who wears on a friendship? And who even needs that? You believe in stuff. Probably because there are more crazy fake shit you believe in, the more open the world gets and the more chance there is for adventures being real, right? Oh, righto! If a man believes hard enough in imaginary things, then I dare say that makes them slightly less fake. Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. Wink. It's one of those things Jane likes about you so much. It is? Which... I'm not supposed to talk about it to you ever, so never mind. Talk about what? Nope. You mean how, well, a way in which I suppose. Nope. Jane is prone to looking upon me with what I fathom to be more than just friendly affection. Nope. Hey, look who didn't say nothing about that. Why, it is this silly fucking drunk girl over here. It's a tricky issue. And I adore Jane, and please don't think I haven't given some thought to, well, that angle on our relationship I guess. Oof. Jake, no please. This is a conversation that can't happen, because I started it and I blew it by saying stuff. So you have to forego it. Oh. Yeah, I can see the dilemma this causes for your friendship with her. I'll drop it. Okay, on this topic. I am forever Miss Zipperlips. Miss Weeperlips. Fuck. Okay, this is me for futref. That... Oh my! Nothing is escaping that lovely lady's whistle, Micah. It's tight as a drum. Wow, wait, I hope that didn't sound dirty. Okay, but may I say this? If in the future I would like to bring up certain topics completely unsolicited by one who may be sworn to secrecy on these very matters, and I'm in need of, I guess, neutral and totally non-compromising advice from a friend, do you think that maybe Miss Whipperpips might unseal those scandalous metal choppers for a bit? Ah, fuck, that also sounded dainty. God damn it. Yeah, of course. I'm totals your BFFC, Jake. I am, like, at peace with that reality formerly known as a raw fucking deal, for what avenues it closes, but between you and I, that being your BFFC has got to mean, but yeah. Oh, wait, what? I'm just chill as fuck about being a pale friend, all varieties of cute and eligible as hell peeps. Do you see my shoulder and how it says, "Hey friend, please deposit tears here"? That is a legit invite and is like sincere as fucking bananas. Sincere as fucking potassium. Ow. I'm sure it is, but I don't know how much crying I'm going to be doing. Probably none, I think. Nah, I know. Just saying that, okay, I'm now spinning my wheels like a motherfucker, but yeah, the answer is yes. Great. And not that I'm back pebbling, but what about your best bro? Don't you ever get talking to him about girl troubles ever? Yeah. Well, like I said, that whole thing is complicated. Best not to get into it until I'm ready to, really start manhandling these bushel loads of prickly pears. Prickly pears. The pears being the tricky subjects in question, metaphorically. Right, Snickers. Poor Jake, up to his neck in all the woes. Nah, it's cool. Speaking of which, I heard he's making you track down his robocell to kill it or something for uranium. Sigh. And the AR disabled the novice setting. Yes. You are so fucked. Almost certainly. I was actually just getting all of my final affairs in order when you messaged me. I was to bequeath to you all my WAB posters. WAB what? Weekend at Bernie's, damn it! Oh, fuck. Yay. I'm always in need of something to put under my cat's shit box. Aw. Okay, tell you what, as an early Wiggling Day thing, you know what I'll do? I still don't get the Wiggling Day thing, but you know what? I'll enable the Brobot's novice setting again for you. Wow! Thanks, I think. But they don't count as a whole thing. I'll think of something better, too. For now, peace out, Jake, and GL on your Robro quest. Tipsy nostalgic cease pestering Golgotha's terror. Jake, commence RoboQuest. Grumble. It is time to get dead serious about hunting down a robot that looks exactly like your best friend. Destroy it with your gun somehow and steal its uranium. But then the thing behind you that you were oblivious to starts grumbling. You totally forgot about the frightening fauna on this island and its regrettable realness attribute. Jake, turn around. It's time for Crab. Crab. Strife! Pew, 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 pew. You leap into the tropical island fray with an attempt to violently pacify the gigantic Earth Crab Dad, and no other variety. What is he even doing here? The question doesn't even occur to you. The island has been crawling with these things for as long as you can remember. You glance at the crudely rendered battle. Direct your browser to the Homestuck Bandcamp page and browse for suitable battle music. Oh, God. There are so many songs. Which one would be a good fit for this duel? Wait, yes, there's one. That's perfect. You hit play, close your eyes, and become lost in visions of gnashing crustacean carapace, smoking M9 casings, and Jake doing that thing where he flies through the air shooting two guns at once. Yes, so awesome. Okay, so it won't let me do this here, but I can look this up. I know which album this is. And we're gonna bring the Homestuck music back for this one. Let me know if this is too loud. I'm gonna start with this one to calibrate for no reason. Hello. So, I don't know exactly which track was supposed to be used for that, but I used a couple of examples. Pick your favorite. Hello. Oh no. I got dunked on. Oh god, there's so many songs. Yes. So awesome. Jake, fly through the air shooting 2 guns at once. You do that thing where you fly through the air shooting 2 guns at once. That thing isn't even that big of a deal to you. You do that thing practically every day on Murder Island. Your furious salvo of deadly bullets scares the frightening fauna off into the jungle, realness attribute and all. Another triumph for adventure. Time to blow this smoke off your Berettas and saunter off into the... Whoa, not so fast. But behind you, Jake. Aha! Got you, you son of a shit. Wait. Oh no! It was only one of those sweet little fairy bulls. You just murdered him inappropriately with your multi-bullet device. You love those little fairy bulls. You feel just awful. Jane, implement plan of last resort. You have waited around long enough. Dad's legendary car wash won't last forever, and the day isn't getting any younger. You pack up Pop Pop's book and bust out your trusty homing device. Jane, activate. Here goes nothing. God, he's such a little troublemaker. Hopefully, he'll mind his manners today. Jake, exit forest. Behold, zoological splendor. Looks like the centaur herd is out in full force today. You have to be careful about walking under them. There are extreme hazards involved, such as the threat of falling manure or milk. Examine Frog Temple. There are the ruins you'll be making your way toward once you've got the uranium. Still need to locate that enigmatic brobot. He's out there somewhere. Just watching. You can feel it. Can't let your guard down for a second, or you'll get served like a dude on Butler Island. Look down. Uh-oh. Something's coming up. Not the encounter you were hoping for today. These things don't back down. Jane, assess damage. Poor Pop-Pop's severed head got nicked by the fireplace poker. He's going to need a lot of work this time. Over the years, your dad has spent thousands of dollars on repairs. Oh well, how much more grounded can you get than you already are? Jane, put head back. You stick the poker down his neck hole and jam the head back on the spike as a temporary measure. That looks somewhat more respectable, you guess. Looks like the troublemaker's father is calling. Jane, answer. Strider. Timaeus testified, began bothering Gupsy Gumshoe at 12:01. Why have you activated, dear sweet Huggy Bear? Are you in danger? Oh no, I'm just trying to leave my house. Is this the real you, by the way? Yeah, it's me. I disabled the AR for now. Okay, just making sure. Jake was having some issues about it earlier, and I don't think he received its obfuscating tendencies in the humorous spirit intended. Yes, I'm catching up with the situation now. Oh, so you're talking to Jake then? Nah, just reading their chat logs. Man, what the fuck? I can't leave these two alone for a minute. Can't get his ablutions on in fucking peace. Was it that bad? Not really. The responder doesn't much distort my position on things usually. Its demeanor leaves something to be desired, though. I'd prefer it didn't make such aggressive and repeated claims of fidelity to my persona. Be misrepresenting hells of key subtleties, yo. Why not just turn it off then? Keeps them both on their toes. Who? Jake and the responder. Jake needs to be more skeptical. Rather than take a Pollyanna jackknife ass first off whatever turnip truck is blowing through town that day, he's got to apply more critical reasoning to shit. I keep telling him, dude, you gotta be more like Jane. These lectures, I presume, are roughly similar in complexion to those I'm familiar with, wherein I have, and I quote, got to be more like Jake? Yes, exactly. You're finally fucking getting it. I sincerely doubt that I am, said the stubborn skeptic, skeptically. Let's not talk about my issues again, shan't we? Shan't? That ain't a thing to say, even for you. Shush! The word shan't escape my vocabulary any longer, just as you shan't nitpick my language. That's my turf you're on, Buster. Alright, kinda don't care. What were you saying? About what, Jake? About leaving the responder on. Yeah. Anyway, I kinda owe it to him to let the program run as often as possible. Jake? No, the responder. It is a fully cognitive, self-aware entity I am responsible for, not even to mention an approximate cerebral duplicate of myself. You don't just make a clone of yourself to live in a dead end existence where it has no chance to thrive as an individual or surpass its limitations. That'd be sick. True. Also, the more the software runs, the broader and more detailed its experimental canopy becomes. Makes for a better dialogic partner. Dialogic? Are you saying you have conversations with your own autoresponder? Of course. Why do you think I made the thing? That's interesting. I guess I always thought it was just a really elaborate gag. It's that too. Sometimes... Oh my god. Ceci ne pas... Ceci ne pas un pipe in the background as we're saying this. This is not a pipe. Sometimes your sense of humor seems more impenetrably advanced than your robotics. I'll never understand this tapestry of irony you weave. Maybe I'm just stuck in the dark ages of pranksterism with my funny mustaches, corny old joke book. I'm guessing that's funny mustaches and corny old joke book? Yes, you are, but that's fine. We come from different traditions. Someone needs to keep that racist Southern asshole's legacy alive. There's dignity in taking up the work of our familiar predecessors, even if what they did was insanely fucking stupid. Is that a note of bitterness directed at your superstar brother I am detecting? No way, he's awesome. I've told you I don't begrudge any of his success. I've also told you he isn't my real bro, even though I call him that. We're related through an esoteric process of genetic reamalgamation. Oh, lordy. Yes, I know. I don't need another ironic lesson in science fiction. All right, my lessons are rad as fuck, but suit yourself. The point is, obviously, his satirical methods have flaws, and whatever tempered brand of hero worship I might be practicing isn't keeping me from seeing that. Flaws? Talk about understatement. Those movies are unwatchable. Unless your name is Jake English. Yes, spectacularly so. But they will have profound historical significance, mark my words. And flaws aside, it's a legacy I'm proud to inherit. My duty isn't to appropriate his methods with absolute loyalty, but to apply reason and improve upon them, to leave my own mark, to perfect the art of irony. It's just like what you're doing with the work of your ancestor. You are striving to perfect his hokey vaudeville bullshit or something. You seek the zen of a pie in the face. The Tao will fall in the fuck down. He just told her about stairs. If you say so. I don't know, call me a simpleton, but I just like funny jokes. Can't fool me. You take your shit as serious as I do. And if I wasn't serious about it, I wouldn't have made you that rabbit. Then where the hell would you be right now? Well, aside from thousands of dollars in corpse repair richer, I can't say. Has he been sleeping in the old man hollow again? Shit, that's adorable. I can think of cuter places for him to sleep, actually. Yeah, bullshit. He's just being instinctive. In the wild, he would go to carcass and sleep inside for warmth, as well as to secure tactical advantage for ambush and would-be scavengers. Oh, please. Anyway, property damage and desecration to cherished elders aside, Mr. Bear has been a lovely addition to the family. You haven't renamed him yet? Oh, no. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to. You gotta fucking rename him. Or change him to a girl if you want. That was important. And trans. When pets change owners, they get new names. Fact. Sorry. I will change him right now. How about Little Sebastian? Fuck if that isn't the best name a thing could ever get. Yeah. So then, are you saying Mr. Sebastian here was an ironic present? Relayed strictly for guffaws? Yes, but it's not that simple. There were many layers involved. Some of them are literal layers of metal and plush. Huh? There's a real stuffed rabbit beneath its exoskeleton. What? Really? Yeah. It belonged to my bro. I thought she said you didn't have an heirloom, such an heirloom to complete the plushy trifecta. I didn't. He gave it to me, and never intended to bequeath it. I stole it. Ooh, risky. Nah, I got a little help from RL and ganked it out of his museum. It's this whole priceless collection of stupid shit from movies, defended like Fort Knox. Ironically, of course. Like the movie The Rock, starring Nick Cage. So it's from a movie. Ever heard of Con Air? It's starting to sound like his bro literally lived out the life from The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and I'm here for it. Nope. Wait, wasn't that some bit of action schlock from the 90s? Yes. Some of the silly nonsense referenced in his work was well before my time. I don't have the wherewithal to investigate all this minutia. Yeah, it doesn't matter really. But it was from that. Dude weirdly obsessed over that shit movie for years, among others. Fuck you. Fuck you. That movie's amazing. Fuck you. Know those signature shades you see him wearing on magazine covers and stuff? Another prop. A gift from Stiller himself, I believe. That does sound a tad obsessive. Wasn't he furious about your burglary? Pretty sure he didn't even notice. In years since, I never saw a news story about a Darren Hast or anything. I feel like he would have made some hay out of that. And if he did know, he'd probably just want to give me a stoic fist bump or something. Why didn't you mention this when you gave the gift? More irony? Essentially, it's not that easy to explain. Broadcasting the gesture would have made it seem tawdry and would somewhat defray its humor value. I see. So it was like a private joke, and if anyone besides you was in on it, the joke would be ruined. Like I said, there are layers. On one level, I gave you a filthy, tattered piece of shit, albeit of tremendous cultural significance, manhandled by some old B-movie actors, now candy-coated to function as a highly practical defender droid for your personal protection. On the other level, I needed to incorporate something passable as a real heirloom, for sentimental reasons. Notice that robotics here are referred to candy coating. Foreshadowing as a device. Duh. Wait, real sentiment or ironic sentiment? Or is there no difference? Am I missing the point here? No, it was genuine. The upper echelons of irony should always include measures of sincerity. And if the satirical practice is executed faithfully, it will achieve something bona fide in its own right regardless. Though, through an intense commitment bordering on religious devotion to the absolutely inane, absurd, or plain fucking stupid, a very different kind of sincerity begins to materialize. One of reverence to the ridiculous. You begin to mean it. But what exactly it is you mean is never quite what it appears on the surface, and it is utterly inaccessible to obtuse and literal minds. That you mean it then becomes inseparable from the joke, and additional rich strata of humor may be stripped aggressively from this irreconcilable truth. This sounds like Dadaism. This is fascinating, if a wee bit more dissertation than I bargained for this morning. I've heard that a lot. I have so much to learn, and I am not even saying that ironically. Will you teach me your ways one day, sir? Perhaps an apprenticeship will open? Oh, God, I'd love that. Consider the position yours for the taking any time. Feel free to approach and kneel before Cal. With my sword and his floppy mitten, you will receive my flash step anointment shoulder to shoulder and to shoulder again. Tempting, but that rain check will have to stay unendorsed for now. Little Seth is beginning to act out, and I must put his fidgetiness to constructive use. Cool. Jane, one more thing. I'm sure you must be aware by now that you'll be the leader of our group, as you will be the first to enter the session. No. This is news to me. I never gathered that team leader was a thing for this game. Trust me, it's a thing. Are you sure? I have my doubts. I believe as a group we will have the temerity to succeed without my having to order people around like an insufferable bossy pants. That's why you're our leader, Jane. Optimism through stalwart skepticism is an affect not everyone is plucky enough to be graced with. That's stupid. Yeah, I know. You're not our leader, you're our friend, right? Precisely. There is a big difference. And statements like that are also why you're our leader, but only in name and in spirit, less so functionally. If it puts your mind at ease, I'll be the one pulling the strings here. Oh, yes? Then this whole affair will be one of D. Strider's grand productions in puppetry? I will be the unseen hand whose nimble digits are behind every subtle twitch in our session's bulbous faux mass. At least those gyrations not happening by the volition of its own quivering absorbent proboscis. If you ever need help, Jane, if you're ever in any trouble at all, let me know. Just say the word. I'll whip the toggle stick of this ludicrous marionette, cavorting its humongous bottom to intercept your free fall through the abyss. Snow cone you up in the fluffy crook of its cleft. Don't be alarmed if you're in no hurry to unpry yourself, for the great jut of this impudent rump has more yield to your touch than you ever dreamt. Remember to catch your breath as it cherishes the imprint of your hand like a memento from a lover gone to war. There's a lot of give to that ass, you might say. Might like to settle in, make myself comfortable, start a family. Bounce a coin off that ass, you'll demand of visitors. It's not going anywhere. Bet that coin will take a good nap there. It's a gamble you'll win every goddamn time. Yeah. These lessons they've talked about, they've already begun, haven't they? Jane, soon you'll believe what I've told you. You'll believe it all. It's just a shame that believing will take something so coarse as seeing for a girl as sharp as you. Uncritical thought can lead one to accept the unlikely just as much as dismiss the impossible. I can help with this too. Would you like me to program a Jane Crocker responder for you? I only require a simple capture of your brain. Holy moly! Thank you, but no. I'm not ready to get a dialogic on with my saber self just yet. My friends keep me busy enough as it is. Speaking of which, I really need to go. I know you love to talk my ear off, and it's always a treat, but let's catch up later after the game starts, okay? And if I do need your help, I promise I'll take you up on your offer. I made several. Which one? The one where you, hopefully not literally, offered to catch me in the crevice of a great big squishy butt. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Gotta go. Gutsy Gumshoe, cease bothering, Timaeus testified. Command Sebastian to live fridge. You ordered dear, sweet little Sebastian to put his fidgetiness to constructive use. He's eager to assist and lifts the appliance with ease. He finds a note taped underneath the fridge. It seems to be addressed to you. Daughter, if you are reading this, it means you are strong enough to lift the fridge. You have truly become a mature, powerful woman. I have never been more proud. Now be a good girl, put the fridge down, and stay inside. Fat chance, Dad. This bird's gotta fly. Uh-oh, little Seb's acting out again. His legs are getting fidgety and bothersome. Better tell him to put the fridge down gently before he causes more damage. Tell Seb to put fridge down. Jane, throw down your hat in disgust. Pop. Level up. Baby Ectotanana. Yeah. Britches Ripper. Batterlass. Slapstick Debutante. Junior Sleuth. Overbite Restart. Snorkbait Snorkplug. Bespectacled Skeptic. Haberdasher's Daughter. Pratfall Princess. Breeches Healer. Suda Jerk's Confidant. Maid in the Shade. Morning Starlet. Fedora Fledgling. Eris, Sans parent, is the next one. She reaches 110,110,110,110,000. Boon dollars. Boon bucks, rather. You've been climbing your echelon ladder very gradually, and various minor accomplishments here and there, since you were 13. That was such a sweet textbook hat poff. It earned you just enough to clear the next rung. Fedora Fledgling. Nice going. Hat, level up. The well-traveled hat shares in your glorious spoils. The battle-hardened accessory reaches dizzying new heights, leapfrogging from the douchebag's dome sucker rung to the rare, highly coveted martyr's piss cradle rung. Jake, run. How can these things be so fast on land? It moves like a sort of giant frisky seal that is very hungry and angry. You know from experience that bullets only make them hungrier and angrier, so there is nothing to do but run. Has this comic gotten your goat yet? Oh no, it's a hostile swarm of those little fairy bulls. They're probably pissed off about the one you killed earlier. They've come for revenge. Oh God, the humanity! How they exact their pound of flesh! Oh God, no! Oh God, oh God! S. Proceed. Bah. Nearby, someone or something bleats like a goat for strategic purposes. And also ironic purposes. Has it gotten your goat yet? Jane, run. Scamper! The jig is so totally up. Nothing left to do but scurry your little legs to that box, snatch the mail, and scram! This can only go well. Jane, get mail. The falling leaves tell a story. End of Act 6, Act 1. One down. No, not kids. I mean these curtain dealies. You'll still need to set up, what, like another 5 of these rigs? God damn it. I hope I don't run out of green curtain cloth. Shit's expensive. So, what about all those other kids? Uh-huh. Who? Oh, yeah. Those people. Aren't they all dead? No, not quite. Ah! Oh god, you're right. There are still a few characters I haven't killed yet. I almost forgot about them. I was planning on totally messing with them in the short window of time they were still in the same universe as me. Hopefully it isn't too late. Ah! Wait, why am I even laughing? This is a completely inappropriate reaction. Besides, I am a tin can. Robots don't have feelings. Hussybot, check time. Let's see. They should be traveling near the speed of light across the distance of 1 yard, giving them about 3 nanoseconds before they crash through the other wall. Which means I have about... Holy shit, I'm almost out of time to fuck up the story! Who would have thought nanoseconds could fly by so fast? Hussybot, hurry! Who am I kidding? Even using my super fast robotic author avatar, I barely have time to do anything. Maybe I'll just level up these kids before they go, and that's it. They've earned it after all, don't you think? John, level up. Oh wait. Toblerone. June, level up. Revenge of Dr. Ragnarok. You produce your most spirited last scramble yet, and hop up to the next god tier, achieving the illustrious Revenge of Dr. Ragnarok. All of your vitals go completely bonkers. Your woman grid is off the charts. You're embarrassed for us to even know what it is. It's that gaudy. Jade, level up. Sayonara, Kansas. From growing pains await. You put forth your best last scamper of all time, and clear another sweet god tier, the nigh unattainable Sayonara, Kansas. Your battle stats predictably go haywire. You accrue so much youngster gumption, it's basically insane. No one should ever mess with you. Not even me. John and Jade reap spoils. You don't get boon dollars anymore. That shit is for babies now. Instead, you are finally ready to have your first achievement badge sewed on your kitty camper handy sash. You each receive the badge Gift of Gab, enabling you to engage in simple direct dialogue with others without requiring any gimmicks to facilitate communication. You don't need to through a chat client, or talk through a sprite, or traverse through a memory in a dream bubble, or wander around in an interactive game environment, or any of that stuff. You seriously never thought you would live to see this achievement unlocked. It almost feels like cheating, like conversing in God mode. Okay, that's the stream. Next time, we'll start with Act 6, Intermission 1. I'm going to see if I can find a June Egbert mod in the meantime, just to make this easier. That would be really great. Anyways, thank you for showing up to the stream. Sorry it took so long. Thank you for sharing with me. I'm enjoying this immensely. And we're officially in the section where I get to start talking about philosophy. Big time. And diptychs and Plato's dialogue. Well, Socratic dialogue, Plato's dialogue with Timaeus, all that sort of stuff. Thank you so much for having me. If I was just streaming into the void without any friends here, it wouldn't really be as fun. So thank you. So I know I didn't upload the first half of Act 6, Act 1. I'm going to upload them both together. And then I'll try and keep up with my uploads from there. Okay. I also want to keep doing this on a weekly basis. I apologize in advance if I fall back to bi-weekly. I put in the announcement I plan on doing bi-weekly just so that if weekly happens to be what I do, then it's a pleasant surprise. So yeah. And I think it kind of fits this format considering it has the intermissions. So next week or the week after, I'll start Act 6 Intermission 1. Oh, and we're gonna fall down the rabbit hole. I can't wait to be Arania talking about cherubim. That's gonna be a fun moment. Alright. Have a great night. Happy Wednesday, and I'll see you either in a week or in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. Thanks for showing up.